Today is Monday, October 27th, and this is the Bay Blend from WUSF. I'm Sky LeBron. Sarasota School District had a plan to put one of its high schools inside of a middle school. You might have already guessed it, but people weren't too happy about it. We'll talk about the latest with that plan, plus some events to get you through yet another work week. But before that, here's the news. There's a new documentary about Albert Whitted Airport's impact on St. Petersburg premiering tomorrow night at the Palladium. It's sponsored by the Friends of Albert Whitted Airport. Filmmaker Andrew Lee is one of the doc's producers.
Our goal is to take them on an adventure where they get to know about aviation and why little airports like Albert Whitted are so vital to the communities that they serve.
The doc's called Our City, Our Airport. The premiere on Tuesday is already sold out, but it'll have a second screening at St. Petersburg College on Wednesday. You can find out details on getting tickets at WUSF.org. Port Tampa Bay is signing off on a contract to make the main channel into Tampa Bay deeper and wider so it's accessible for bigger ships. It'll cost between $1.2 and $1.5 billion to do. You have to dredge millions of yards of material at the bottom of the channel. Construction doesn't start for a while, though. The project's slated for 2028. Pinellas County is partnering with a new marketing agency out of Chicago to bring in younger, more diverse tourists. The way they say they'll do it is by showing off the county's arts, food, and sports culture with a goal to get more Gen Z tourists in the area. It's also to stress that the region isn't just about the beaches, but, the beaches in Pinellas are still pretty dang great. So don't forget, keep working with what your mama gave you, Pinellas. The Florida House is trying to figure out how to reduce property taxes. If that happens, House Speaker Daniel Perez says smaller, rural counties would be impacted the most by the shrinking of that tax revenue. Perez says he doesn't know if those counties could survive that type of cut.
Look, I'm going to play devil's advocate here.
Mm-hmm.
Should some of these counties not exist? Do we have too many counties? Should some of them maybe be combined? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not saying yes or no, but those are the questions that I'm asking. Governor
DeSantis has been pushing for a property tax elimination for a while now, and he wants to put it to Florida voters in 2026. So, a new law in the state allows charter schools to take over any leftover space available in public schools. A Miami-based charter followed the law change by targeting dozens of public schools throughout the Tampa Bay region to set up their own school inside of those schools. So, to push back, the Sarasota School District had a plan. But WUSF's Carrie Sheridan says one part of that plan is pretty unpopular among both parents and overall the community, and it's already off the table. So, Carrie, what did that look like?
Well, that was an idea to merge Suncoast Polytechnical High School, which is the number 2 high school in Sarasota, with Brookside Middle, which is, an under-enrolled school. It's about 50% capacity. So the idea that Superintendent Terry Connor presented on Monday night to just this packed cafeteria of hundreds of students and parents was to bring Suncoast Poly over to Brookside Middle. And this is how it went.
I know that it looks as if Suncoast is losing. They're gaining the ability to have more students, have more facilities, and have
Wow, okay, so the mob has spoken. Sounds like they had some pretty strong opinions.
They did. They were very upset about the whole idea. They didn't want to lose their school. And it turns out Thursday night, 4 days after that, the superintendent sent a letter to everybody saying, okay, we've listened. We're going to roll back that idea. It's off the table. Suncoast Poly can stay where it is.
So, great for the community. I assume that's what they really wanted, but how did it even get to this point?
This is all about a Schools for Hope issue, which is that the Florida legislature this year expanded the definition of what this means. So it used to be that charter schools could move into underperforming schools and offer a different option for kids to learn. Now, any school that has extra space can have this charter school from outside move in and take up that space. Here's Sarasota School Board member Tom Edwards.
It seems to me that it's no better than a grift of taking public tax dollars and reallocating them to charter schools for profit. Not to mention the taxpayers' assets that they've built these schools, maintained these schools, and also have to pay for food service, transportation, the electric bill for companies that earn profit.
So this very unpopular Sarasota School District plan wasn't the only one that they released. What are they doing for other schools in the district, or at least what's the plan?
Well, they talked at Booker Middle School about plans to save Booker Elementary and possibly Booker Middle too from a charter takeover, because also these schools are very under-enrolled. Their idea there is to build up a new Junior Achievement BizTown Center, a place for financial literacy where kids can come in and take field trips and play real-world roles. Like, have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, I did that when I was a kid in South Florida. I think I was a chef for like a couple hours. Wasn't made for me.
Nice. Well, it's a memorable experience, though. A lot of kids enjoy it, and it gives them some real-world experience. Here's Raina Williams. She has 2 kids at Booker Elementary, and she came into the meeting thinking they might lose the school altogether.
That part was a relief that we do have a plan in place to save, our schools and to utilize space where we are in control of the schools.
Carrie's been doing a lot of reporting on this story, has been on top of it for the last couple weeks now, and she continues to do so as it develops out. If you want to read her work, you can at WUSF.org. Carrie, thank you so much for the time.
Thanks, Guy.
As we rev up another work week, here's just a couple of events to have some fun, make the time go by quicker. Tonight at the Tampa Theater, they're showing Sinners, starring Michael B. Jordan and his twin brother, Michael C. Jordan. Seriously, if you haven't seen this movie yet, it's definitely got to be my favorite of the year. It's good for the Halloween vibes, but it also does such a good job of telling a story in the Deep South, the Mississippi Delta. I still think about that one music scene a couple times a week. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Tickets are $10 for non-Tampa Theater members. If you're looking for more of a play, starting Tuesday at the Straz Center until November 2nd, they're showing Water for Elephants. It's based on the 2006 novel, not the 2011 movie they made that was kind of mid. It's about a guy whose life takes a drastic turn and he joins the circus. There's a really crazy scene in the book involving an elephant murdering his abusive caretaker. Not to spoil anything, but if there's something to sell there, it's that. Anyways, tickets are on sale now, and there are shows for people who have hearing or vision impairments. And in St. Pete at Three Daughters Brewing this Wednesday, there's a Booze and Brews run. It's a fun run where people can wear their costume. This could be your best chance to run alongside a gorilla or the Tooth Fairy, maybe even El Chupacabra if I pull up to it. If you do run in your costume, you get entered to win a Fit to Run gift card plus a free beer after your run. The event gets going at 6:30. That's the Bay Blend from WUSF. I'm Sky LeBron. This weekend was so needed. I wish it could be a bit longer. But hey, at least you and I get to catch up. If you have some feedback to send me, remember LeBronS@WUSF.org. That's the place to hit me up. But for now, have a great day, and I'll catch you tomorrow for another Bay Blend.